Hey folks, it's Yusuf from Luxury Reports. This is the 2020 McLaren GT. Let's go ahead and check it out. What we have here is $213,000 twin turbo V8, 613 horsepower, and 0 to 60 in 3.1 seconds. And it says GT, and GT means Grand Touring, and that makes me happy. I love a Grand Touring car. Let's go ahead and talk about the great. Ride, handling, and steering feel. Nothing on the road rides like a McLaren. It is probably one of the best handling and riding vehicles on the road today. It's supple yet compliant, yet hugs and grips the road in such a ferocious fashion that it physically hurts sometimes. And the steering feel is the best on the road today as well. I want to distill it, bottle it, and wash myself with it every single morning. It's perfectly weighted. You can feel every single thing the chassis is doing no matter what you do. I love the way this rides and steers. Beautiful job, McLaren. The good. That engine. Gorgeous cabin and an AC that actually works. The engine is a detuned variant found in the 720S, and it sounds ferocious. It has amazing acceleration off the line, and it's a tidal wave of torque. There is some issues I have with it, which we'll discuss later. On top of that, the cabin is just a work of art. The 720S tends to be rather minimalistic on the inside. The GT, on the other hand, fixes all of that. It's wide, it's airy, the interior is plush with beautiful materials. It's just a great place to sit. On top of that, the AC works. The previous McLarens I've driven, the AC is more of a suggestion rather than a physical unit. This one, it works. And in this heat and humidity in Atlanta, trust me, it's well worth it. Unfortunately, the bad part is the engine as well. It just feels reined in. As I said before, it's a reworked version of the engine found in the 720S, and it does feel like it's being held back. Thing is, if you have not driven a 720S, then ignorance is bliss. It's fantastic. But if you have driven a 720S, it does feel lacking. The ugly. Unfortunately, we had random issues with our particular test car. The seatbelt squeaked in such a fashion that I went insane after 5 minutes, and it did not ever go away. There was a rear end clunk that never went away, and also it doesn't feel like a GT car. It's noisy, it's rough, it's a bit raw. On top of that, we had warning lights that would pop up on the dash randomly as well. Overall, this car leaves me confused. It says GT, but trust me folks, it ain't a GT car. It's too rough. It's too raw. A GT car to me is like this Aston Martin. It's roughly around the same price. It is a bit slower, but has a sublime interior. It's better to look at. And overall, it's a GT car. You want to take this coast to coast. You want to drive in it. Hell, you want to take it to the mountains, then take it out to dinner. That's what a GT car does. Alright, we got the Porsche 911 Turbo, which is another competitor. Unfortunately, or fortunately for the Porsche, it's cheaper and it's quicker, with a better interior, and it's better to live with as well. So what is this McLaren GT? You can think of it as a cheaper version of a 720S. A 720S is $300,000. This is $213,000, and it pretty much has the same engine. You will not notice the handling differences. Trust me, it's way beyond your capability and my capability. It looks almost as nice, even though I think 720 does look better. Overall, think of it as a cheaper 720S or a McLaren 710 Lite or 700 Lite, whatever you want to think of it. It's still a good car, but it's not a GT car. This is Yusuf signing off. Talk to you guys soon.